Welcome back. In this video, I'm going to walk you through a few online stores that sells you the necessary RC equipment. So for your reference, I've attached the planner in the description box. And so this is the plane that we're going to build in the very next video. And so in order to build this plane, you're going to need certain electronics. So these specifications have been talked about in more detail in the previous video, but in this video, we're going to look at where you can get these online. So the first place we're going to look at is Amazon.ca, since I'm in Canada. You could also have a look at Amazon.com if you're not in Canada. And so what's good about Amazon is that you're going to have them shipped to your place directly, regardless of wherever you are most of the time. So that's one of the good stores you can find your RC models. Another store is AliExpress. And so AliExpress is one of those stores where you have multiple different sellers selling the very same item. So if you search up something, you're going to have multiple sellers selling the same thing. And so what's very feasible from your end is that you can easily compare prices, check the reviews, and really buy the one that stands out the most. And so another one is HobbyKing, hobbyking.com, perhaps one of the most, or perhaps one of the biggest RC online store you'll find. And so they have pretty much everything. You can get all of your electronics from here. And you just want to play around with multiple different stores and really find out which one gives you the best deals. So first of all, we're going to search up the 1400 kV brushless motor. And you have quite a lot of options right here. So if you look at the very first one, we can see that it's only $20.79. It is 1400 kV, which is exactly what we need, and it also has the right measurement. And so I would not buy this because it's brandless, and so there's no guarantee as to how long this product is gonna last. It might last for just one flight and then it can get crashed, or it could last for a long time, so it's really up to you. But if you ask me personally, I would rather spend a few dollars more and really get a branded motor. For example, the Emax motor. This is the motor that I've used personally in my build video, and I've also used this throughout the years. And so I really like this product because it's a pretty good model and lasts a long time. And so I'd definitely recommend you to have that model right there. You could have the 1400 kV option, and it also has the right measurement, so it's ideal. Let's look at some deals. Well, it does come with a deal. It comes with an ESC. And if you see, we do need a 30 ampere ESC. And so this is a 30 amps ESC, and it is completely fine. So just have a look at the plug. It's an XT60 plug. So whenever you have an XT60 plug associated with an ESC, we also want to have the XT60 plug with the battery as well. So that's how you can get your ESC. You could also search up other brands of ESC and choose the cheaper ones or whatever works best. Personally, I've used the Emax ESC once again, the BL Heli, this one right here. It's also another really good model. So if you find this, pretty good. Now let's have a look at the propeller. We want an 8-inch propeller because for 1400 kV motors, 8-inch propeller works great. So this first number right here represents the size, and that represents the pitch. So a 4.5 pitch propeller is generally a slow flying propeller, just like these. So do find slow flying props because we want our planes to fly slow and we want them to cruise nicely. So you could get any of these. You have quite a lot of options. Have a look at Amazon, AliExpress, or even HobbyKing. Now, let's go ahead and look at the battery. So for the battery, I personally want to look at HobbyKing. So 3S Lipo Battery. We want our battery to range from 1300 to 2200. Let's have a look at the 1500 mAh. And so we have the Turnigy. It's a pretty nice battery, pretty popular. A lot of hobbyists use this battery. And you could also have a look at it in Amazon. So 3S Lipo Battery 1500. And of course, in Amazon, you also have a lot of options. So this is also another good battery. You get pack of 2. It's 3S and it's also 1500. And so you get 2 packs, so when you're flying with one, you could charge the other, and then you can swap them and charge them, and so on. And so this also comes out with an XT60 plug, as you can see. And so if you're purchasing an ESC that has an XT60 connector, this battery will be completely compatible. And speaking about charging your battery, you will need a charger because these are rechargeable batteries. And so let's have a look at charger B3 Impact. There you go. This is the one that I've used. So this charger can charge up to 3 cells, so you could charge 2-cell batteries or 3-cell batteries. So this is one of the chargers that you can buy. And lastly, we have servos. Well, second lastly, 9-gram servos. And so Amazon's choice, we have this basic product right here. You get 5 pieces of servos for only 20 bucks. And these are the plastic arms, which are more than enough for you, especially in your first flights. So even if you're making 3D planes in the future, these servos will work just as good. And so lastly, we want to invest on our transmitter and receiver, perhaps the most expensive ones. So let's have a look at FlySky FS-i6 transmitter. And so we have this model right here. So FS-i6, and it comes out with an FS-IA6B receiver right here. So when you invest on this model, you will get both the radio as well as the receiver. So it's going to cost you about $79, and which is fairly decent price. So Amazon contains pretty much everything that you're going to need. I mean the electronics and all that. And so you want to play around and look at different online stores and really figure out which one works best for you. Sometimes you could have sellers in Amazon that do not ship directly to you, and that's when you need alternatives. Do have a look at AliExpress, Hobby King, there's also GearBest, and there are plenty more. So before you check out these international shippers, do have a look at your local hobby stores. Sometimes you could have local stores nearby you, they can ship to you even quicker, and sometimes they can ship at a lower rate as well. So do play around and look at the best alternative all the time. So this is it for this video. In the next video of the series, we're going to be finally making our very own RC plane. Stay tuned and I'll see you in the next video.